of a big deal.
Really?
People know me.
What is up, everybody? This is Nick Marty with Bearded Bites and Breakdowns. Hey, I know it's been a little bit chaotic lately. You know, summertime, trying to get everything going. Hey, we're gonna get right into it with my co-host, Coach Ant. What is up? It's been a little bit,
What's
man.
up? What's going on, baby?
Not much, man. How's
How-
everything
how-
going?
Good, man. You know, busy. I'm in the car right now, Coach. How's my audio?
It's good. It's good.
All right, good deal.
All right. So, look, we're going to go over a few things tonight. We're going to break down what happened in Texas. Obviously, that's a big debate right now. We'll get into that in a little bit. We'll go over some quick hits, basically some one bites, I like to call them, our quick little takes. We'll go over a couple other things that are going on with college baseball. They're in Omaha this weekend. There's only a few teams left in the playoffs, and we'll break down on that, and then we'll talk about what happened last night and with New York and the Spurs, and how the Spurs basically choked another lead away, 29 points and everything. So we'll get into that. And then we'll get into some camp news for the youth football camp that's going on this weekend. So we'll talk about that too. So what do you want to dive in first?
Man, take off, man. I'm with you.
All right. So
Where
we'll
you
talk
want to
about,
go?
listen, we'll talk about this right now. We'll talk about the verdict. We'll talk about the jury, the trial.
Let's talk about that last, Coach. Let's talk about that last.
Yeah, we'll talk about that last. Yes, we'll do that then. So hey, we'll talk about the choke job last night by the Spurs. Spurs now have blown. They blew a 14-point lead in game 1. They blew a 12-point lead in game 2, and game 4 they blew a 29-point lead. What's your take on that, man?
They're a good team, but they gotta learn how to win.
Yeah.
I think they're going through a little bit of maybe an identity crisis.
Mm-hmm.
De'Aaron Fox is supposed to really be the guy on the team right now, or at least 1B.
Mm-hmm.
And much as I love Fox, he's just not. That they seem to be a better team when it's Castile at the point.
Yeah. I mean, they've got their second youngest NBA.
You gotta slow down.
NBA
when you're
team,
up 20
man.
points,
Yeah.
when you're up 10 points in the second half at any time, slow down.
Well, it's not even
I'm not
that,
saying
man.
don't take shots, but I think it was 1 in 5,000 for them to come back last night. I mean, I don't want to be a crybaby and say Vegas made the call, but good God Almighty!
And I'm going to tell you right now, they took 7 3-point shots in a row, and they missed all 7 shots in a row.
I was about to say they missed 7, but they also missed a couple twos on the front and back end of that run. So it's you're trying to kill somebody, in a way, and build the momentum up, as opposed to slow the game down, make a couple of twos, make them foul someone driving to the bucket or foul Wemby, or give you an easy bucket. You kind of, they had a lot of games where they shot their way in, but they kind of shot their way.
Yeah, I mean,
it's tough. It's tough.
It's a little frustrating because I feel like we're wanting. We're wanting to see a good game, but I'm going to tell you right now, like, I had a feeling that they were going to come back last night. It's just one of those things where it's like, man, like you're given every bit of chance to not bury them, and like they got lackadaisical, and I've seen it happen in game 1, and game 2, and I watched it with Gray the other night, and they won, but he was pretty upset that they lost last night, man. He went home. He went into his room crying because basically they lost. He couldn't believe it. He was sitting there. He was watching the game, but he was also playing on his iPad, and he just could not believe that they gave up that big of a lead. But I told him, I said, I go, this is what happens when you don't stay aggressive. You don't keep your foot on the gas, and that right there, man, it gave the Knicks a momentum and everything, which was crazy because it looked like they were self-destructing, and it looked like it was going to.
No, they self-destructed.
They did.
They were down. They were down, going on 30 points.
Yeah,
and that's the epitome of the, sitting up like the Undertaker at the 6 count.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Tyson Fury first fight with Wilder. He, as much as some of us would say that was an extremely long count,
mm-hmm.
he got up and handled his business.
Yes, he did. So. A lot of people are comparing this to basically that 28-3 Falcons Patriots Super Bowl. What do you think? You think this is one of the greatest comebacks in sports history for a championship?
No.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it is. I just hate
down 29, man. I know. I'm not a big Knicks fan either, man.
Yeah. They're insufferable.
Listen, I hate all New York teams.
Are already insufferable. They ain't even won. First time most of them seeing that team win, get close to winning one is where they're at right now. I think they're going to win it, but they haven't won it.
Yeah.
Man, the text messages, the phone calls. I mean, it's something else. I'm going to say that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Look, man, it's gonna be interesting what happens Saturday night. You have you have it in San Antonio, and the Knicks are trying to close it out. And I mean, they haven't won a championship in 50 years. I mean, it's one of those things where you just never know what's gonna happen. And San Antonio is not out of it. I feel like they can come back and win this series, but it's looking like it could go 7, but it could be also done on Saturday night. But I think the Knicks fans would love for them to win it in New York, so that would be kind of special for all of them, because you got to think about it, a lot of them probably never seen them win.
Yeah.
So they haven't won since Phil Jackson was a player.
That's crazy.
It is, isn't it? It's wild. So, what do you think? You think it's gonna go 7, or you think they might end it in the next two games?
I don't know, man. It's tough because it's like most times nowadays, everything goes 7.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. New York kind of looks like they just have San Antonio's number, but then again, San Antonio has been leading in all the games they lost.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild, man. I gotta say, it's been one of those series where I've actually kind of liked some of the game, because like it's been kind of up and back and forth, like it's playoff basketball where they're actually trying on both ends, which is actually quite nice, because when you watch a regular season game, they're not really trying.
Right.
They're only playing offense. They're trying not to get hurt and all this other stuff. They're trying to just get to the playoffs. And I think that's what has made it enjoyable this this whole series has been kind of enjoyable to watch because it's actually like they're actually playing defense and everything like that. Now I gotta say some of the calls have been kind of really questionable on both ends, but it's the NBA. What do you expect? It's never going to be perfect, and it's kind of wild to me how they'll call one thing, and then on the other end they won't call it. So, so that
You know,
that
it's
that kind of drives me nuts in a way.
yeah. I ain't even look. I was a Laker fan during the Shaq days. You ain't got to you preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like the game's tainted. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like a drop of water off the roof.
Yeah.
We're sitting on the porch, all having a good time, and it's raining, and a drop of water somehow runs down somewhere and drips into your drink, and it's just it was a great thing at first, but boy, it's just never gonna be the same.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as Vegas has their hand in it, I mean, all the sports now are just, I think, a lot of distraction in a way from
Yeah.
other things.
Yep. I agree with you.
I think we're in a time where so many athletes worldwide spend, a lifetime practicing these games that we could be witnessing some of the best stuff we've ever seen, but we're getting a little kind of scripted what's best for everybody version.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll see how it all goes.
Yeah.
I got one for you though.
Okay.
Dante DiVincenzo, is that how you say his name?
Yes.
Man, he's got to be the sickest guy in basketball right now. I want to send a big shout out to him. And keep your head up, big dog. Man. I mean, because just a couple years ago, he had a record year with the Knicks. He goes to Minnesota. He looked pretty good, and then he gets hurt. They get put out early. And now you're watching your boys back in New York get ready to put a ring on their finger.
Oh, I know. He's got to be sick to his stomach just by that. It's just that's wild to me, right? Like
that's an incredible amount of adversity.
Yeah, and
right?
for him to just have that happen. I mean, it's pretty insane. And so, I just hope to see. I hope it goes game 7 because I love game 7s when it comes to these games. When it comes to like hockey and when it comes to NBA, it's pretty nice when it comes to game 7 because it's like basically it's anybody's game. So, that right there is one of my favorite things to do as a sports junkie. I'm not as much of a sports junkie as I once was, but that's because I got a more open mind on things, and I feel like how you feel at times where some of it might be a little bit more of a distraction than anything. So, but I do want to talk about this. What is your thoughts on Sorsby getting reinstated? He's eligible to play now, even though he bet on his games. Like he plays bets. I mean,
you ready for the clip, Coach? You ready for what they can go ahead and clip?
Yeah, we'll go ahead.
A lot of people are gonna holler Texas Tech and oil money. You're gonna have some people who throw that R word around, right?
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, man, it's just, especially right now, man, it's just American corruption on display.
Yeah.
I'm a Florida State fan. Everything from I remember when Peter Ward got ostracized for the clothes, lost the Heisman Trophy because someone gave him some clothes out the store. When let's be honest, every major college football player, especially back then, was receiving way more perks and benefits than that. I can tell you that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Every Alabama player that ever came through has a Mercedes Benz off Nick Saban's lot. But you guys are suspending Peter Warwick about 4 T-shirts and a pair of jeans. Get the fuck out of here.
And shoes, right?
Yeah,
A couple pairs of shoes or something like that.
Yeah, some bullshit.
Wasn't it like from Dillard's or something like that?
Yeah, I mean this shit ain't even. This not even designer. You know what I mean?
I know, man.
Okay, Jameis Winston. Now let's talk about Jameis Winston, right?
With the crab legs.
Jesus, coach. Jameis did some dumb shit.
He did.
But like no other kid in the country was getting put on Sports Center because he said, bleep bleep in the bleep bleep, right?
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, 99% of college kids are engaging in certain activities.
Yeah.
I mean, on one hand, you guys are lining up 5,000 people to talk shit to Charlie Kirk because you want to be, able to freely talk about practice, preaching, and identify in those ways.
Mm-hmm.
But Jameis Winston makes a statement and now it's national news. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And you know what, man? I gotta say, Winston is one of the most entertaining guys there is. Like he needs a reality show. Like he is so damn hilarious. And then on top of that, when I don't know if you saw this the press conference that he had where he was talking about the whole Jackson Dart thing with Abdul Carter and the whole Trump situation and everything like that. And he's like, look, he goes, well, hey, I'll look for it. I'll look for it and everything. But I gotta say, man, Jameis is right though. Like, why can't we all really just
coach?
Oh, I'm telling you, he is. He is, and I'm telling you, he's hilarious though. Like but he has such a good perspective of things, just in life, man. And for him to say what he said, about both of them not having the same opinion, he goes, "Look, we live in the United States. We're allowed to have that." In fact, let me see if I can bring it up here. Hold on.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. From paying attention to him since probably his 11th grade year, really paying attention to him, listening to him.
Mm-hmm.
All praise, honor, and glory to God first. That God bestowed that spirit on that young man, but it's a testament to his parents.
Mm-hmm.
In a day and age where, certain demographics are displayed so negatively in some aspects, like with parenting is good. Sometimes to point out the exemplary, the examples that are exemplary, and it comes. Coach, we've talked about it. You've been there with me talking to kids about it. Like it comes in every shape and size, every creed and color. It's just you got to respond. I think Jameis is doing a good job of responding to being blackballed in the league, but we're not going to get in that. We're going to get back to Sorsby. Coach, I mean, what do you want to say? You thought Texas Tech was going to lay down?
I mean,
you think Texas Tech paid him the biggest ever in history?
Texas Tech was like, hey, we spent a lot of good money on this guy, and
well, the question is now, is money just taking over the game?
I
mean, if now basically you say players don't have to follow the rules, I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's terrible. I want to see how his team performs.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. You didn't bet on yourself every game at Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
And some of your games now, looking back at it, you know, now every pick you throw, every incompletion you throw, you know, did you throw the game? I remember when Jameis Winston lost that one game to Oregon, and everyone was like, oh, Jameis is betting on games. Jameis is throwing the games. Yeah. But now we have a guy who is betting on the game, admittedly.
Yeah.
Double standard.
Listen, it is. Brian Chapman said, what's up, Coach Ant?
What's up, Chappie?
Hey, so I found the clip, so I want to share it with you. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go on it. It's on Twitter and everything. I found it, or X, or whatever you want to call it now. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'll play it right now. Hold on, give me a sec. Can you hear it?
We got people from all nationalities, religions, perspective that's coming into this city, the city that we represent. Are we just gonna get mad and say, oh my God, why are these people from there coming over here? They taking all the parking spots, they doing all this stuff. Are we gonna embrace the diversity that sport brings us? Yes, we're gonna embrace the platform that we gonna get to cheer, celebrate, or cry. Have a kick with our buddy. Have a tough conversation with our sister about what's going on in this country right now, or what's going on in the world right now. I think that's what is bigger than that. And I think this team is going to benefit from being able to deal with this situation that's been put on us about opinions, circumstances, conditions, and facts. Even if they're true, they're still opinions of other people. We know what we represent up here in this building. We know what we get paid to do.
Yep.
But a lot of us are opening our eyes to the influence that we do have on the whole world. And that's a beautiful thing. When you can humble yourself and realize that, man, I got impact. I can really be the change that I desire to see. And that's what I'm encouraging these guys to do.
What's your thoughts on that, Coach?
The voice of veteran leadership.
That's what I'm saying, man. He
knows,
can't,
you know,
he can't say any better than that, man.
Jackson Dart, you know, I don't know. In the NFL now, you know, especially with the storylines coming out of Philadelphia, and I try to take all that stuff with a grain of salt, but you know, more than ever, perception is everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's just one of those things that I think Jameis did an excellent job. Jameis did a great job. That's just the way you say it,
dude. But this is my whole perspective on it too. Is I agree with him. Like, why do we like? Why can't we just talk about it? Why can't we have different opinions and you know, have different opinions? And look, we don't have to hate each other for it. Like, why can't we just be good people to each other? Why do we have to always have some kind of like something rude or disgusting to say to each other because we don't agree upon something? Me and you don't agree on college football teams, but hey, look, we still love each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you like that trash, I love it for you, Coach.
Oh my goodness. Hey, I'm just saying, I'm just giving an example, but I mean, we we get along. And my thing is, I don't hate you for it, and you don't hate me for it. So I mean, to me, it's all in love. But like Jameis said, he basically said like, what, look, that's what's so great about a football locker room. Football, and I tell this to all, this. I tell all my kids this. It's a brotherhood. It's a brotherhood that when you're from different cultures, you're from different backgrounds, everything, and that's, you become a team and you become one. And look, you got to get along for the most part, because otherwise plays don't work. If 11 you got 11 guys on the field and 10 of them do their job right and one of them doesn't, or two of them don't, the play ain't gonna work right. And we all know that, and that's why, like, I just think football is the ultimate team game, and that's what I love about it. And hey, I can hang out with people that have different backgrounds, have different cultures and everything. There's nothing wrong with that. It's called expanding your horizon, and that's the thing that bothers me about the whole situation is, like, look, I don't care who you vote for. You vote for whoever you feel like it. I'm not going to influence you one way or the other, but just know that there's stuff that you can do now that wasn't accessible
Right.
back in the day. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
But damn.
Hold on one second.
yeah.
Coach, I think a lot of times you're absolutely right. I think a lot of times we downplay some of the relationships that carry on for decades or a lifetime. And that's where they're forged at. The football field, and not to take away from other people, basketball court, baseball diamond, soccer pitch, it's a beautiful thing. Coming from Crystal River, we have a little country town, and I still have a lot of friends that are different, different backgrounds, different upbringing, just different kind of people. We still keep up, talk, and it's one of those things that hopefully everybody gets to experience a little bit in life.
I mean, look at our boy Denzel. He said, "Yo, love you all, boys. Go Knights."
Hey,
by the way,
Denzel, y'all won today?
Hey, I think so. I think they might have won. And
that's a three-peat. Ooh.
Hey, I was gonna say, we love him for his mistakes. He's a Gator fan. He said, "No, we didn't play. We didn't play today."
Oh, okay. Benefits to be in the top seed. Benefits to be in the top seed, Coach. Yes, sir.
Let's get in a couple of these. He says we lost in the Final Four against Gobi yesterday.
Oh man, Godby.
Yeah, Gobi.
Oh man, okay. I think Godby got them fast kids from track.
Yeah.
Yeah, that joker can run, boy.
Let's
three of them.
Let's get in some of these. Let's get some of these appetizers done with, and then we'll get to the main course of what we want to talk about in the main course of what we're doing tonight. So, hey, the college baseball. Troy's made it this far, man. They play at 2:00 tomorrow, on the ESPN against West Virginia. The winner of them advances, I believe. Ole Miss versus North Carolina, which
I like North Carolina to win it.
Yeah, they're hot right now. And then on Saturday, Coach, you got Alabama, Oklahoma, okay, and then you got Texas and Georgia. So you got 4 SEC schools. So to me,
I hope all of them lose.
You hope all of them lose. Well, I mean,
Yeah, that's why
were,
I picked North Carolina, Coach.
Hey.
ACC.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I like the little engine that could. I like Troy, man. Troy, you know, I saw DeJuan Fox, Harris, you know, supporting Troy, former Troy. You know, I saw him reposting it, and I was like, good for Troy, man.
Yeah.
So
It's always.
but let's see here.
Cinderella's get in.
We got some other appetizers that we're gonna go over real quick. Let's see here. You got Henry Ruggs. He was trying to go and get on parole, and unfortunately he got denied parole. You know, to me, like, I feel like he's tried to get back. He's trying to get back some of his life back. I understand the situation where he was going 156 miles per hour, and he ended up killing a dog and its owner, Tina Tintaro. She, you know, he kind of left the scene and everything like that while the car was burning. So
absolutely, he messed up.
Yeah, he messed up. He did. He was 20 years. I think he was 21.
Now here's my thing. I listened to Nick Saban.
Yeah.
I wish I could have had been at my laptop. I could have found a snippet. And Nick talked about that situation, and to hear how his emotion was into when he was talking, you know, it changed a little bit how I viewed it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got a guy who he says, chilling, baby. He says, guy's never been in trouble, does things the right way. Something like that, you know, when he's out and fucked up, and now it's like, you know.
He said I could tell you what he said too, Coach, if you want me to.
Oh,
he said while he was drinking, he had friends that could have told him, you shouldn't be driving. I'm not going to let you drive. He says that Henry Ruggs' friends failed him on that night of the fatal car crash. So
absolutely.
And he I mean, he's right. He's right. We you know, there, in fact, I got the I'll go ahead. Hold on. I can go ahead and I'm going to share this real quick. Give me a sec. I'm pretty good at this now. a lot of practice, man. So here we go. Can you hear it? Hold on.
Yes, sir. That's it right there.
If there was a player in Las Vegas who was drinking at 3 o'clock in the morning with his buddies and his girlfriend, and somebody would have taken his keys away, probably would have pissed him off, probably would have made him mad, probably wouldn't have thought very much of you for doing that. But would he be better off now, or is he better off where he was, going 156 miles an hour and running the ass into somebody and killing him? And he's in jail, and he doesn't have a career anymore, and he's a good kid, and he never had one problem on our team in Alabama. So what kind of friend were you? What kind of leader were you when you allowed the guy to do it?
Yes, sir.
But nobody wants to do that because they're afraid of what somebody's going to think of them.
Mm-hmm.
People are more apprehensive about being leaders.
Hey, man, I gotta say, it's
message.
No.
Message. Hey, Coach, we got to get that. It's a snippet. It's a movie, Key to the Ivory Ways. It's called Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. Right?
Yeah.
And in the movie, he randomly pops in as the mailman and he yells, message. We need to steal that snippet. So sometimes we could drop that.
I'm going to. I'm gonna do that now.
I got you.
I'll get it. I'll get that, and I'll make sure that we do that.
I got you. I'm telling you, because I'm finna tell you something, and you
Yeah.
know that we gonna get away from laughing and playing and be for real.
Yeah.
That's one of those things, Coach. Even with me and you, I've had to come back in hindsight. Nick, I was wrong,
Yeah.
and you was like, "No, don't worry about it. No," because you got to do that just as much. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
you have to step out there. That's the only way we're gonna be able to fix the place that we find all ourselves in life, and not necessarily individually, because everybody individually is in their own place that God has them. But as a collective whole, we might not have much to leave our descendants if we don't get this shit together.
Yeah.
And those kind of decisions, like Nick Saban said, they could mean the difference in more lives than you know.
Mm-hmm.
How many people's lives changed when Henry Ruggs got in that accident? We don't, possibly thousands, because you say, how many kids could he have impacted over his career?
Yeah. You're right.
How many, the victim's family, how many people were impacted by you not saying that's not a good idea?
Yeah.
I'll rather you be safe and mad at me than,
Oh, listen,
And-
I had no shame, man. I used to call my old man, tell him to come pick me and my friends up. I had no shame at him telling come and pick us up, because we all a little bit too drunk to get home, and dude, it's better not to risk it, man. It's not worth it. It's not worth losing a life or ruin somebody else's life in the process. So it's not worth it. So
It's a terrible situation, but it's one
Mhm.
that, like, in my shoes, I've had to use that same clip to play for the kids,
Mhm.
to show them, like, hey, and how I always tell them, the NFL is not even the goal. That's not, when people say, oh, the NFL is the goal, man, the goal is to go to school.
Yeah.
If you get blessed to go to the league, fine, but don't make that, I don't want you to be Booby Miles, my boy.
Yeah.
Because you could still get to the league. You could be the first round pick. You could be the man in the city. And then you could be Henry Ruggs.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate to have to, to do that with anybody. Johnny Manziel's another one who I use in that same. I was a Johnny football fan, I'll be honest. I like it.
Now he's sitting there boxing. He's a boxing celebrity now.
Well, hey, you got to get paid.
Yeah, he got to do something, right?
Got to get paid, coach.
And let's move on to a little bit of I guess nicer thing to talk about in a way. This weekend we got our guy Sam Franklin's camp is this weekend, I believe, right?
Yes, sir.
And it's over there in Crystal River High School.
The Mecca.
The Mecca. The Mecca of Citrus County.
Hey, we'll take it. The Mecca of Citrus County football, we'll take it.
Not 9 to 12 this weekend. I wish
At one time, that blue and gold was the most feared thing in Central Florida. Coach, don't change the direction of the show, because I could talk about Crystal River all day.
Look, you gotta quit right now. I can't say anything. I'm not allowed to say anything. I can't comment on it.
That's right, Coach. That's right, Coach. You gotta be quiet. It's a pirate life for me, baby.
Yeah.
If the county will let me, I'll build my house into a boat, and it wouldn't have a Bucks flag on it. You can believe that.
All I got to say is I can't wait for week 6.
Oh, don't stop, Coach.
Week 6,
Coach,
sir.
I
Week
ain't
6.
Sorsby, Coach. So don't talk
Week-
too much and get me started.
I'm not. Hey, look, I'll be like Sorsby. I'll bet on myself too.
Don't do it, Coach.
Hey, anyways,
Don't do it, Coach.
our
Yeah,
guy,
don't.
our guy
I feel
Sid
like you
Franklin.
threatened me, Dick, and if you
Hey,
threaten me, I
hey,
might have to rile them young pirates
hey.
up. And when that happens, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, if you haven't
Uh-oh.
signed up for this, you better scan the QR code. If it's not too late, look, it's a great camp.
Listen,
Yeah.
everybody, listen. This ain't gonna cost you money.
Nope.
You're gonna get to go and enjoy a great atmosphere. It's all love. Sam does this for the love of the kids every year. Just bring the kids.
Mhm.
Heck, if the QR code's messing up, bring the kids to the gate.
Yep.
Come, just bring the kids. Let them experience the benefit of somebody that has made it and that wants to give back to them.
Yes,
He's not
sir.
asking for nothing from you.
Nope.
You know,
Nope.
it's a blessing. Everywhere does not have a player that is capable to do it or that is just gonna do it. Let the kids go have a little fun, man. Some of these kind of events are the things a lot of us need to get out to kind of kill some of the clicky stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm. And
it's a great learning experience. Also, you're gonna get good coaching. You get the chance to talk to a lot of people, a lot of adults and individuals that have gone to places that these kids want to go. You know, so everybody, if you don't have anything to do, please come out and check out this camp. You know, stay laser focused, host this every year. That's Sam's thing. Please come out and check the camp out.
hey, I gotta say, it's a very good camp. I've helped before there and everything like that. I hate missing out on it.
Tell
You know,
him you helped though, because you was out of the playoffs already. I'm just
well,
saying.
no, we still in the play. We still in the playoffs. What are you talking about? Hey, look, we might have lost in overtime last week when I wasn't there. We lost the Celtics by 1 point.
No. I mean, the other year.
Oh, the other year. Oh no, the other year. Oh, what? 2 years ago?
You know,
Oh shoot.
yeah.
You guys kind of did me a favor. You guys did me a favor because I was in Jersey. I was in Jersey that weekend, so I was gonna miss it regardless. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
but hey, listen, it's a great camp. I love it. You know, I wish I could do it. You know, bring the kids. I'm telling you right now, it's a great camp. Hydrate before the day before. Please hydrate all day tomorrow because I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot. So, in fact, I would love to get Sam on so we could talk about maybe in future camps we could try to get this damn county to let him do it in at night like Keanu O'Neal does for his camp for over there in South Sumter. So they do it from 7 to 9 or whatever. His camp. So if we can try to get that where it's not so hot for all these young kids and everything, that'd be great because it's supposed to be like 104 this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. So, but I would love to get him on one day. We'll have to see what lines up. Maybe you can make that happen. But it's a great camp.
It's a schedule thing. Sam always would love to do stuff like that. It's just a scheduling thing, you know. They're busy, man. You know, he's doing a good job. We're definitely gonna poke him a little bit at the camp though, and try to get him to come on one night. You know.
Well, good. Well, you know, you work your magic. I know you don't need that much magic to get him to convince him to come on and have fun with us and everything like that. And we can talk about a lot of stuff. And you know, To me, it would be a great time. But I hope every kid goes, and I hope everybody has a fun time doing it. So, on that note, we're gonna move on to our main course here. We're gonna talk about this whole thing that happened in Texas this past week, the other day, where everybody basically kind of went a little bit crazy on this whole verdict thing and everything. First off, I know you made a post. You made a post about what's everybody's feelings, what's everybody's thoughts on this, and what you're up to. What how many comments? Huh?
Coach, it was. I haven't seen it since earlier. It was running. It was running at like 250 on the way to 300 somewhere in there.
Okay.
It,
So you want to tell me your thoughts on it, and then we can go and then you want my opinion on it, and then we can try to discuss it like adults.
Give me your opinion, Coach.
You want my opinion?
Yes, I
Um,
digress.
I've so here's my opinion on it is I don't know like everything. That's the bad thing about it is I don't know like the whole situation of was he bullied? Let me ask you this, Ant, because you probably know this a little bit better than I do. Was he bullied prior to the track meet?
So, there's a lot of, like every other thing, like every other topic nowadays, there's so much mis and disinformation, I think, that it's hard to kind of be like, what really happened?
Mm-hmm.
I look at it like this. If there wasn't something, why does this kid even feel the need to carry a knife?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So
You know what I mean?
So and that's why I'm trying to because like I heard so this is what I heard.
Now I also heard it was like a compass that he stabbed him with.
Okay.
I don't want everybody to explode onto my my personal stuff. Like I'm a lawyer. I don't know.
Okay.
It's tough, right? So it's like this is my personal thought. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cut you off, Coach.
Okay.
We got in a lot of fights as kids.
Yeah.
And a lot of those folks, we're cool with today. But, at the time, it just was what it was. And so it's tough because it's kind of like, that's one of those things you kind of say, oh, well, that's just going to happen with boys. But then stuff like this happens and it's like, well, maybe we need to just, maybe the surveillance and certain protocols weren't as strict as they needed to be when we were kids. And maybe we still as a society have a way to go to fix certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say he was in a tent.
Yeah, he was he from what I understand, he was in the wrong he was at not his school's tent. He was on these other people's tent, a different school's tent. They told him to get out quite a few times, and I don't understand why do you have to leave if it's thunderstorming, if it's lightning storming and everything. I understand like obviously you ain't safe under that tent anyways if you're on lightning delay and stuff. As we know as coaches with the lightning rules and everything, you need to get in your car or get somewhere safe where you're not going to get struck. But I don't understand why try to push them out of there and then it turns into a, hey, I'm gonna pull out a knife and stab you right in the heart. To me, like that's what's crazy. And I don't, from what I originally heard, and I hope somebody's watching and correcting me and everything like that. But from what I understand, from what I heard in the beginning when this first came out, is that he was bullied by these kids prior, and then that's when he was like, hey, I'm not gonna get beat up by multiple people. I'm gonna protect myself, and that's the reason why I brought a knife. Now I remember I was bullied when I was a kid, and I remember getting picked on by 8th graders when I was a 6th grader, on the bus. Now, to me, like, did I really want to fight? No, I wasn't a fighter. And I was just one of those happy-go-lucky people that just wanted to go to school and learn and just be left alone. Like, instead I get, you get picked on and stuff. So it kind of actually molded me to who I am today. But some kids nowadays feel like they have to turn to violence, or they have to turn violence on themselves, where you have multiple kids nowadays where they go ahead and they kill themselves now, and because they get bullied so bad that they don't know how to take it and use it as motivation or anything like that. And some kids are just cruel now. They're even more cruel because of social media and stuff. So to me, like, it's really bad, man. I look at it as, do I think the kid deserves 35 years? No. I don't think that young man deserves 35 years. I feel like 15 would be the max that I would give him. I understand. I mean, that's just me being like honest. Like, I feel like, to me, like, the young man made a mistake. Should have never brought a knife to school or school event. But my whole thing is I feel like he regrets it. I understand, like, there's pictures of him with guns and this and that, yada yada. That's just kids being kids, though. Like, it and I get people are gonna hate that comment, but I'm sorry that kids always pose with guns because they want to look cool. Unfortunately, is that the right thing? No. But if that's what makes people more popular or whatever nowadays, then that's what they're gonna do. They're trying to feel accepted, and everything like that. And that's the thing that I think kind of frustrates me as a person that looks through both sides. And how I feel about certain things when it comes to this whole let's make it a race war, let's divide us more and all that stuff. That I don't like how people fall for that trap, man. And it bothers me because it's like, we talk about a person getting murdered, no matter what that person was. That person lost their life. They didn't even get a chance to have kids or anything like that. That's the sad part. The sad part too is that young man, Mr. Anthony, he ruined his life because now he's going to probably be in prison for 35 years. Hopefully he gets off, with good behavior and stuff. And he can,
it's so first and foremost, right?
Yeah.
Like, I had to tell somebody today. First and foremost,
Mm-hmm.
somebody child died.
Yeah.
You know, so I of course want to show respect. I want to show respects right there first.
Mhm.
That's a situation that you hope no one ever has to go through, and you absolutely never want to go through. Did he like even before the verdict, when certain facts or stuff from the case came out, being honest, it was like, oh, I don't know.
Mhm.
You got a group of people saying, it was 3 or 4 people that came up. And then it's like, well, he left and got something and came back. Did he have it with him? There's so much that I think by releasing the video, at least right to the point where, not maybe showing the fatal blow or whatever,
Mhm.
it would answer a lot of questions in the public.
Yeah.
I also think that if so there was some folks saying that one of the kids, and I won't name his name out of respect for him and his family, but it's out there.
Mhm.
But they were saying one of the kids, he was a mutual friend not only of Anthony, but the kid who died, Austin, I think is his name.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe they knew each other and that's why he was there. But, I'll be honest, when people say, well, all the witnesses said, yeah, but you got a bunch of 16-year-old kids, 15-year-old kids. Who's going to get on there and want to be the kid that, that's how I feel. I think I think it's tough. I'm not saying at all he should have had no kind of disciplinary,
Mhm.
but it's tough when in in Texas they had a similar situation, and a lot of folks look at those situations and they say, the only difference is it's race between the 2 kids.
Yeah.
And one kid doesn't get murder or manslaughter, he gets criminal negligence. And one kid gets, full on murder. And that's, where you got a
What
lot of people like,
let me ask you this. And look, if you don't want to answer, you don't have to, but what's your opinion on allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, the money that was helped raised that didn't go to actual good defense attorney, that supposedly went to buying a new house and buying a new car instead. What's your thoughts on that, man? Like, because I feel like I feel like I feel like I can answer this for you and me. If that was our kids in that same situation, we're gonna try everything in our power to get the best defense attorney. If we done dig Johnny Cochran.
Boy, I was just about to say
you
the
know,
same thing. Boy, they might have to bring Johnny back for me, boy.
Johnny Cochran to come freaking defend our damn kid. you
Damn
know
that.
what I'm saying? Like, that's how much we love our kids. But you know, I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying
Coach, that right there.
didn't love them. Just
Coach,
saying,
that right there. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. That is honest to God why I handle some stuff the way I do.
Mhm.
I'd rather them don't like me and we have a good understanding than be your friend and we have a misunderstanding.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, Ant, too. And here's what irks me, and this is not going to go over well with some people, and I really don't give a damn, because this is my opinion. This is only my opinion, nobody else's opinion. But what drives me bonkers is when you got some of these people that are on social media that will sit there and say, you know, they always complain about this. They always think they got it. People got it out for them. Let me put it this perspective, okay? Because I'm pretty much I like history and everything like that, and I look at it as
Don't do that.
not a lot of people know about redline, okay? Okay, where they would redline certain areas of housing and would not let black people live there, okay?
Okay,
And
so look, Nick.
Yeah.
We don't want to get it. Go two left, right? So let's just...
I know, but let me just put it this way, okay? Because not a lot of people understand this, and it drives me bonkers because, you know, look, I see it from both sides, okay? So, you know, I see it from the eyes of, you know, an African American and everything like that, because I look, you know, they did a lot, dude. People in the past did a lot of shitty ass things to all these people that were slaves, that were, you know, the way they treated people, where you couldn't drink out of their water fountain and all this other crap, you know. That it's the crap that really pisses me off, because, you know, I care about people. I don't ever want to see anybody die. And unfortunately, there was a lot of innocent people that died in the past because people were honestly stupid assholes back in the day. And let's be real, man. Like, you know, there's a reason why you guys and there's a reason why a lot of people of color have you know, have a lot of you know, distrust in people, because of verdicts like this, where, like I know what you're talking about. There was the same similar case, and the roles were reversed and everything like that. And
at the same time, that situation, there was differences.
Yes.
You know, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not a prosecutor or a defense attorney either. You know, it's just, that's one of those things where these type of situations absolutely add fuel to be real, you know. And I'll be honest, I don't want to get into that, especially with the way, you know what I mean, the way certain people try to paint certain narratives about individuals. I absolutely don't want to get into that.
I know, Ant.
But when it boils down, I'm gonna give you a quick summary.
Okay.
When it boils down, you know, people say, I love to hear people say, do your research.
Mm-hmm.
I love it, because that's one thing, you know, I'm gonna do my homework.
Yes.
You know, Coach, I'm gonna stand on that. I'm gonna always do my own homework.
And
that's just how I've always been.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, there is terrible acts of hatred and violence and stupidity that go each and every way. But it doesn't take long in a Google search to pull it up where it's not only been accused of certain systems being that way, but it's been admitted,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and this has been going on a long
For
time.
generations, man.
You know, so you eventually get to the point where ignorance is complacency in the face of monumental evidence. You know, to ignore the evidence is to comply with that system in a way.
Yeah.
I think that's a hard thing to sit down and have a conversation about because, you know, some people, everybody has really deep feelings about it. It's something that sparks everybody, and it sparks in a different way.
I feel like though I feel like a lot of the issues though that some people don't see it from both perspectives is because they don't try to look at it through both sides, you know, of the glass. They only want to look at it one sided, and I think what drives me nuts is when
can I
got
cut you off right
situations
there?
like that. Yeah, go ahead.
I wanna throw it at you that just kind of right.
Yeah.
Both sides of the glass. So
Mhm.
a guy said, the individual will remain nameless.
Okay.
But the individual said it seems that if the roles were reversed, he would have been deemed as a hero.
Mhm.
And at first I was like, oh, that might be a little far. And then you stop and you really think about it. Man, and they held a pep rally for George Zimmerman here.
Oh,
His
I know.
only achievement in life was he killed a black kid. To be honest, that was unarmed. And he made millions of dollars for that.
Yep.
Um,
But you know what though? Supposedly he's homeless. Supposedly
I don't
he's on the streets from what I
Coach,
understand. But
I'm tell you
he
something.
shouldn't be alive right now.
Look, I'm finna tell you, I ain't gonna judge if I'm not a judge. I tell y'all that all the time. You know, that's for God to do.
Yeah.
That's between him and God. You know, I'm never a person that's gonna rejoice in anybody else having a hard time unless we're beating you in a game.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, my life is so abundant. I have no need. You know, I still, you know, they call me childish, but I feel bad when people doing bad.
Yeah.
You know, I'm never gonna rejoice in somebody doing bad, but I'm one of those people that once I see it, I can't unsee it either.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you got a lot of people that look at those situations, and the same people that say a point was made to me today, the same people that said George Zimmerman and Kyle Wittenhouse or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
17 years old with an AR. You have no business having a gun at all, let alone that kind of gun. And you killed 3 people. And what up, State? And you know, it was, oh, he's a baby, and oh, he was, you know, Carmelo was demonized from the second the incident happened, and I understand. You know, he took a life. That's a serious offense.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But you know, there's a concerted effort to paint it 2 ways in the media. To be honest, though, I remember. I don't know how many years it was back now, maybe 10 or more years now. Out west, a kid raped a young lady at a party,
Mm-hmm.
and the judge said, it'd be terrible for him to have to go to prison. We're gonna just give him probation. Meanwhile, every year, I'm watching young black males get released from jail on off rape charges that we come to find out weren't true. So you ruin their lives, and you tell them, I'm sorry, here's a couple of dollars, have a nice day.
Yeah.
To be honest, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize it's broken.
Oh, it's definitely broken, brother. I can tell you that right now. Like
sticking our head in the ground and putting the dirt over it like the ostrich cartoons used to be.
Yeah.
It's not gonna fix what we have here.
Well, my thing is this is, like I've told you before, several different times. I feel like they try to race bait everybody. They try to make it a black and white thing or whatever, but
they want to distract you. They want to distract you from the bigger news.
Oh, there's definitely a distraction. That's why I think there's always school shootings and stuff like that. If you don't think that's planned, then you got another thing coming, because I'm very open-minded, and a lot of people want to sit there and go, "Oh, put your tinfoil hat on." Well, you come down this rabbit hole with me, because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't think certain things are planned on certain days for shootings and all bombings and all this other stuff, then you got another thing coming, because you ain't seen the world through a full vision and everything like that. And to me, I love doing this show and everything, and I don't mean to get all political or any of that crap, but let's just talk about real life, man. Let's be real. Like, I feel like they want to divide us. They want to keep us separated. They don't want us to become a whole nation, because God forbid we all start to realize, hey, all they're doing is they're playing puppet master, and we're the damn puppets. They're trying to play majority of us like fools, and we fall for it every time. And to me, if we just look at it as, hey, this person lost a life, this person has to pay for it, it should be across the board the same. But unfortunately, we know this, certain counties and throughout in any state has different laws, and to me, it's not even across the board. So then you have different outcomes, and then everybody's like comparing it to this state or this county or that county, and it's like it's never going to be the same verdict. It's never going to be that unless everybody adapts to the same system. You get what I'm saying? And that will never happen unless we become a communist country. Okay. And
we could scratch that.
I mean, I'm just saying, and we don't ever want that, because then we don't have no freedom at all. Like,
I'll be honest. There's some people who say we don't have any now.
Well, we do, because we can say, what if we said this in one of those Middle Eastern countries, and we were talking bad about the government and stuff, dude, we'd be hung, we'd be killed at fire squad, all that stuff. I don't know if you heard, but that one wrestler, Olympic wrestler for like I want to say it was Iran or Kuwait or wherever over there in the Middle East, he spoke out. He protested like everybody else. They beheaded him. You don't get beheaded if you speak out. Because it's freedom of speech. You get what I'm saying?
Coach, I'm gonna plead the fifth.
I understand that, but what I'm saying though is you don't see anybody gonna behead me right now, right? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm gonna put it to you like this.
Yeah.
In America, it matters how many people listening to you.
Yeah, I
right?
mean, yeah, I
So
mean,
really,
Charlie
and
Kirk,
really,
right?
it's big on me. I'm big on honesty, so I can't even kind of BS since we're on an honest topic, a serious topic.
Yeah.
Um, let me think of a way to say this. If she were still alive, may the Most High rest her soul. I'd love to be a fly on the wall to listen to you ask President Kennedy's wife if she thought someone would behead you in America for speaking up.
Hmm.
Just a thought.
Well, I mean, the driver is the one that killed them.
I mean,
know?
Coach, I'm not gonna go that far and say I didn't
It's
see
it
anything.
it's facts, bro. It's out there now. It's out there. The videos.
You
Look
know,
at the video. Like everybody
I
thinks there's somebody in the grassy knoll. There is nobody in the grassy knoll. There is no magic bullet. They wanted you to believe that because God, they
oh
they
shit, I
they
didn't.
they think people are they think people are so gullible, and that's the thing that bothers me about this about all this is we're being played, bro. Like we are being played, and it's so crazy to me because
You remember a
I look
couple
at it.
years ago?
Look.
Look. You remember a couple years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a while. It might have been 10 plus years also. Um, Kid in Georgia got found rolled up in a wrestling mat dead,
Yeah.
you know, and never came of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I, I I remember the case so well, actually not because of, you know, the racial dividing aspect of it, but the kid who allegedly committed the assault was actually a linebacker that was signed to play with Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
Dad worked in the FBI office up in Georgia, in Atlanta. And they got away with it, Coach.
And man, I'm gonna tell you. So I
I
want to give
mean,
you.
it's one of those things where when you can't, you know, I do believe just like you that there's very powerful forces at play that are
Mhm.
trying to manipulate everyday people.
Yeah, and they're doing
You
a
know,
good job of it, man. Because it no lie, like politics have gotten so crazy where family members don't even want to talk to each other and everything like that because they have different views. Like, I'm sorry, but that's not how it used to be, man. That's not how it used to be. And to me, like, here. I want.
when did it look? Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
See, a lot of times the ignorance of our youth brings a nostalgia that was never necessarily true.
Yeah.
As we get older and we get more aware of a bigger picture, it takes away certain things unless you just choose to ignore it.
Yeah.
And some people honestly just don't, man, I don't believe that.
Yeah.
It can't
That,
be, right?
listen,
I,
some people don't believe in aliens when the government even said there was aliens.
I don't.
Well, you and me are a little different then on that one because
I mean,
I'm just saying I
where
believe
did it
there's
come from?
I don't know, man. That's the thing. I here's my theory on it is we can't explore the ocean
What's an
like
alien?
a alien
Yeah.
like something that's not from Earth.
Okay. So by definition, right?
Yeah.
We all knew aliens existed.
Mm-hmm.
If you believe in angels and demons, and not just as people being those things, but as physical entities, from those that from heaven to earth came, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you believe in an alien.
Yeah.
If you're a Christian, if you have any kind of religion, you believe in an aliens. You always have.
Do you
So
believe in ghosts?
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So to me, like, I believe there's a lot of things out there that you can't you just don't, you can't really explain. There's scientific, there's a lot of science out there right now, like with the pyramids, with they have like these pillars that were like electrical pillars that are underneath these pyramids. They've found them. They discovered them. They're thinking that the technology back then was very advanced. And that's the reason why a lot of people feel like there was aliens back then, and then the human race kind of destroyed itself, and then they just restarted all over again. Because
We read the Bible at my house, Coach.
well, I understand that, and I believe because they found Noah's Ark. They found like the remembrances of it in Turkey. They have satellite images of it. So, that's. I mean, you don't think so? You don't think they found it? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just saying, and I'm very open minded. But my question to you, the reel it back in, and to me, I want your point of view on this, and you can go ahead and comment on it if you want. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable, but why is it? Because I used to talk to Al, I still do talk to Al from Coke, that used to work at Coca-Cola, right? Well, he still works at Coca-Cola, but he worked side by side with me for over 12 years, okay? And we would always talk about politics, we would talk about life, we would talk about football, wrestling, all that stuff, right? And I had to teach him about redlining, okay? And he's African American, and me and him would always talk about, like, all these things that went on. Like, we talked about George Floyd thing and everything like that. And I asked him, I said, one day I asked him, I said, Al, can I ask you a question? And he goes, what's up? And I said, why is it that we only care about one individual when Chicago, and I get it, it's Chicago, because he tells me, he's like, well, it's like a war zone. The government doesn't even want to go to Chicago and everything like that. But Chicago, every damn holiday, like Labor Day, Memorial Day, July 4th, there's always these drive-by shootings that kill these little kids that are innocent and that are just playing by the stoop and everything like that.
Hey, Nick.
In the streets. Yeah.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
So we was in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
And y'all played a great game, underdog.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you pull a San Antonio.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you and the team are having a discussion about what goes on. And I jump up and I say, hold on, everybody, excuse me. During the 8U game, on special teams, y'all gonna be looking at me like, what the fuck does that have to do with that?
Mm-hmm.
Now, yeah, we can reach, and I could have said, I was telling you guys to sit down and don't run around and da da da. Let's let's be honest. The blatant acts, the blatant acts are kind of are still crazy, to be real. It's really, I'm gonna tell you something from a personal aspect. I talk to my kids, right?
Yeah.
So this how we did it. We talked about the situation. I let them express their feeling, and then I gave them my thought, right? Because
Mhm.
they're the future of the family. They need to learn how to make judgment, right?
Yeah.
But I also told them, you know, the biggest message was that, to be honest, the internet is something I never want them to worry about.
Mhm.
There is adults, you know, I can understand being upset about the verdict. I can understand the whole situation making you upset.
Yeah.
But there's adults celebrating, you know, a kid getting life in prison, and adults on the other side celebrating.
Oh, dude, it's ugly. I
It's
know what you, I
fucking
know. Dude, it is
that's
disgusting.
crazy. That's
Dude,
tough
I
to
don't
me.
know. I don't know if you saw the video of what they were saying to that family that was walking to their car, but they to the the victim's family, and the dad even said like let me pray with you and everything like that. Like they went to like Carmelo Anthony's family, and the dad from the victim uh wanted to pray with him and stuff like that, and he says I forgive you, but I'm not gonna ever forgive what you did to my son. I forgive, yeah, I forgive you, but I'm not gonna forgive you for what you did. You know what I mean? And he tried to pray with the family. The Carmelo's dad supposedly didn't want him to pray with them. But what they were saying to them, to their family, oh, he deserved it. He deserved to die, and this and that. Dude, that is the ugliest thing on both sides, man. Like I told you, like it's just it's sad. It's just disgusting and sad, man, because it's like, what are we doing? What are we teaching our youth, man? Like we're teaching them to be ugly. Like I said, man, like, when me and Al would talk, like we talked about, dude, we would get deep, man. Like we would talk about everything and we wanted to hear it from both perspectives of, from my point of view and from his point of view. And we didn't always agree, but we also understood, like, hey, man, like, unfortunately, we can't control what everybody else's thoughts are, because then everybody would just be, they'd just be brainwashed, and that's not good either. It's good to have different opinions, but also have bad opinions, like you said, where they're you know they're celebrating a kid going to jail, or going to prison for almost life, is ridiculous. Me and Heather
My,
watched
my,
this.
my thing
Yeah.
is this. If I, I I understand saying, I thought he should have been convicted, blah blah
Mhm.
blah blah blah. I under I feel like he was being bullied and attacked, and
Yeah.
I'm happy he stood up for himself. I could see that, but
Yeah.
some of it goes too far. I think we do. I think we need to all. I think maybe a good way to end the night, right, is to say that we could all take some time to sit back and not only pray, but to to put ourselves in each other's shoes.
Yeah.
There's so many things that are going on in the world right now on so many different levels. The last thing we need is to add more fear, more hate, and any more violence to a time that is filled with plenty of that anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
And to me, what bothers me too is like, it's not just this case. It's a lot of cases now, because kids want to, they I don't know. Someone told me that, I guess, someone was making fun of their sister, so they went and they grabbed their gun and they started shooting at the neighbor's house that the kid, was making fun of the sister, and he was sticking up for his sister. But dude, whatever happened to using your fist? Like, you know
People
what I
can't
mean?
take
Like,
people can't take a whooping, coach.
and I'm telling you, man, like we used to,
Sometimes you gotta take one. What I told
yeah.
y'all, shout out to that purple team. I ain't the purple team down there, HYL. Shout out to them boys. What I told you, coach, sometimes you gotta take one.
I know, but
Huh?
I just don't understand why these kids don't know how to use their fists no more. But I also understand
They ain't got taught how. But here's the thing, now it's not a thing where you can teach the kids to do that. And
no,
then
because everybody's too happy, man.
right. So it's one of those things. You got to teach it all to them. The biggest thing is situational awareness. In my house, it's to teach them to hopefully try to pursue righteousness. But to be continued, right?
Yeah. It's just, look,
ready?
man. I think me and you try to raise our kids how we were kind of raised, and try to do better too. And like I don't want my kids ever get in a fight, but if they got to, they better learn how to fight, and they better learn how to not use a stupid gun or anything like that to try to hurt somebody. They better use the fist to hurt somebody, but I'm not trying to condone violence, but I'm just saying, like, you got to stick up for yourself. And that's the thing that I think that, this whole situation, I seen a lot of people call it other people out and everything like that for their opinion. And to me, like, look, we could agree to disagree on a lot of things. And to me, like I told you, do I think that young man deserves almost life in prison? No, I don't think he does. But I also feel like that he's gonna realize that he wishes he didn't do what he did, and maybe use his fist. But and then that kid that lost his life, I who knows what he's thinking? He's probably like, damn, I probably shouldn't have antagonized it, but it's just sad all in around, because two lives are ruined, two families are ruined because of it. And it's just sad. It's just really sad, man. And I really wish everybody would, like, talk things out more, and have discussions and everything like that, instead of trying to be keyboard warriors and threatening
Love.
people.
We just gotta teach. We just gotta teach love and situational awareness.
Yeah, bro.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
I mean, hey, it's true. It's facts. I mean, that's what I'm saying. So, but look, man, I don't know when we'll do this next. We'll probably do it maybe Tuesday. We'll talk about the camp. Are you going to the camp?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, give us some feedback about the camp. I've got workouts starting Monday. So for Lecanto, and I'm excited about that. I got through almost all the red tape, fingerprints and all that good jazz. So I'm looking forward to be able to start soon, and see how this season goes with Lecanto High School, JV head coach. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to some of the teams that we're playing this year on the schedule. I get to play my alum. I get to play Central. I get to go down to Springstead October 1st. That will be fun. Get to go back to the Eagles Nest, where I don't think I lost a game there, so knock on wood. But that'll be fun. Bo, what's up, man? It's good to see you. Mr. Bo making an appearance right before we're about to end the damn show. And then Was it? We got Carrollwood. We play the Villages. We play, I think, Citrus. So it should be. It's a pretty good schedule. So play at the Villages. That would be fun. That's a nice little field right there, right?
Where y'all play Carol with at?
I believe we play them home. So
I might ride down there even if it's away.
I
My
think
phone about to die on you, coach.
yeah. Well, hey, I appreciate you. We'll talk about this
Hey.
on Tuesday about everything. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, get that baby throw up off your wall.
It's all about the you, baby. All right. Well, with that, we're going to wrap this show up. I hope everybody goes to the Facebook page, goes to the YouTube channel, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel and the Facebook page. I greatly appreciate everybody listening. And look, if you want to contribute to the show, you can always reach out to me. You want to come on the show, you can come on as a guest. You can come on and give your takes if you want. If you want to donate to this show, my Cash App is right above in the corner right there. You can go ahead, donate. No matter what, it could be $1. It don't matter. Whatever y'all want to do. But hey, look, I appreciate everybody. I think tonight was a really good perspective on things. And I also, before I leave, I want to talk about Big Lee's up in Ocala, because I went to Big Lee's. Big Lee's barbecue. And I'm going to tell you right now, it is so damn good. And I was a little disappointed, though, because they did not have any damn brisket. So I had to get the pulled pork. That pulled pork right there. I had pulled pork. I had the mac and cheese. That's fried okra right there. And the sauces were pretty damn good. They're always good. And then I also I always get the juice that they got. I believe, I don't have a picture of that right now, but Big Lee's barbecue up there in Ocala, and there's the dedication to Big Lee and everything like that. It's a great memorial piece. And I'm going to tell you right now, Big Lee's barbecue, go try them. They're very good. Hopefully call ahead, make sure they got the damn brisket and everything like that, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's some good barbecue. That fried okra is fried very good, and the seasoning was great. So, but like I said, go try them out. It's one of my favorite barbecue places. I am going to go try Four Smokes sometime soon, and look forward to doing that. Hopefully I can go with a group of people and everything like that, but it would be really nice to go do that and go support the Four Smokes barbecue up there at the Paddock Mall and everything like that. So, but everybody, I hope y'all have a good night. Peace out, and go like and subscribe.